Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Rolling Project 10 pan. I did finish another product this month. Oh, it kind of finished itself. I'll explain that in a minute. So I've been forgetting to put the total of how much product that I've finished in each month in this video, and the goal is to hit $1,000 so I need to start remembering to do that. And I need to start finishing more than one thing a month or I'm never going to hit that total. But here is what I have finished so far, including what I have finished this month. But not this month, but next month, I fully intend to put a face mask in here. That is a really expensive face mask, so don't be surprised if that starts happening a little more. I had wanted to keep this, at least primarily makeup, especially like the more expensive makeup that you don't want to use because it's expensive. But if I'm gonna get even like halfway to that goal by the end of the year, I gotta start finding some more stuff to put in here. I might actually start putting more than 10 products in here. That might help some too. So let me know if you care if I put at least more than 10 products in here from now on down below, so that I can have more stuff that I'm working on, I can have more empties, and I can actually hit that goal of $1,000 worth of product. But anyways, let's get into what I finished. I finished the Urban Decay eyeliner in Perversion, and by I say I kind of finished itself, I was going to probably let this go by the time I updated this because it was pulling away really badly from the wood. It fell out the other day. Like, I was doing my eyeliner, I stopped to do something, and I turned it upside down, and it just fell out, hit the floor, and once a product hits the floor like that, it is dead to me. If I'd have caught it, I'd have put it back in here and tried to keep using it because I'm weird like that. But I have dogs. I have dogs and they shed everywhere. So it is enough of a struggle to keep dog hair out of my makeup without introducing a drop on the floor where dog hair is constantly, no matter how much I sweep. I don't have carpet because I have dogs. That's just a losing battle on its own. But anyways. So I did finish something, so I will be adding something in, but I will show you that at the end. So first, I have my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now, I'm trying really hard to finish another foundation right now. And because of that, this did not get a lot of love in the past month. But now, that foundation has like almost nothing left. Like another week of wearing that and it'll be done. So once I get to that, I will be going on this a lot harder, and I think once I do that, it will be going a lot faster, and I think by the end of June, once I finish that one and get to this one, probably by the end of June, early July, this will probably be done. And this is the most expensive foundation that I own, so I don't know if I would necessarily be putting another foundation in here, but last month we were here, and now we are about right where I marked it. It kind of looks like it might be underneath, but that might just be, you know, from moving it around a little bit. But like I said, not a lot of progress this past month, but once I finish that other foundation, I'm not gonna pan another foundation until I finish that. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I like the foundation plenty. I am sick of looking at it because I have been panning it for 4 months straight now, and I'm getting like no real progress on it, and that aggravates the daylights out of me. Speaking of products aggravating the daylights out of me, next is this Flower Beauty Cream Blush. I had no idea how deep this was when I put this in here. Because if I had, I would have picked something else to work on first, because this thing is just driving me insane. But here it is. I would do like pictures, but it doesn't actually change how it looks from month to month, no matter how much I use it. So it's just frustrating. So I don't know, I'm this close to scooping it all out and putting it in another container where it can go a little more spread out, so where I can actually see progress. But that feels so silly that I haven't done it. And also, this is just kind of hard to work with. Like, this packaging is so small. I can see why they changed. I don't know if they changed the formula to their cream blushes, but I know they got much different packaging since this. This is really old. Not really old, but old enough to where they discontinued this. So, you know, whatever. Next is my Angel Veil Primer, another product, and I'm just kind of like, you need to be done because I'm kind of sick of looking at you. But last month we were here. This month we got to here. So I have been panning a couple of May primers in between, and that's another thing that's just like, you know what, after I finish this next little primer, I'm just gonna work on this until it's done. That's gonna screw with some of my goals for the year, but this will not move unless I literally use it every day. So I'm just gonna have to deal with that. But next we have the Physicians Formula Nude Wear Blush. This is what it looked like last time. I did repress it, so here's what it looks like now. Kind of crazy looking. I've been focusing over here and starting to reveal a little bit more pan day by day, because down here it's still pretty thick, but up here it's much thinner. So hopefully by next month it will show more pan. Like, this is something that I'm okay with being in here all year, because I have realized that while I like having a variety of blushes, for the most part, I can wear the same blush every day and not notice a difference. Like, I like having different colored blushes for different looks, but for the most part, as far as panning a blush is concerned, it's not something that really bothers me, other than the fact that they just take forever. But wearing the same color every day doesn't really affect it. There are certain things that I don't want to wear the same thing every day. Blush, I love blush, but changing the color isn't as important to me as, say, changing the color of my eyeshadow every day. Anyways, next is this, I forgot what it was. This is the Pixie highlight. It is the Beauty Blush Duo in Rose Gold. I took out the blush a million years ago and just kept the highlight. This is what it looked like last time. And here is what we have today. Like, there's almost nothing left of this. And I'm actually starting to reveal pan in the middle. Let me see if you can get a good look at that. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. Which was not intentional. I've been kind of working on the edges until that pan started to reveal itself. And it made me want to work on that spot more. So I don't feel like I use a lot of highlight, but this is starting to really go. And at first I was like, I can't see any progress, but then I started looking at my pictures from month to month, and you can really see progress from month to month. And now, even when I look at it, it changes day to day now. So hopefully, like in the next, 2 to 3 months, this will be done, and I will have finished a powder highlight, which will be awesome. Because my goal for the year is to use up 2 highlights, and I really, really want one of them to be powder. Like, I just filmed a mini Madness update so I can show this. Like, liquid highlights are nothing for me to go through. Cream highlights are not that hard for me to go through. Powder highlights are a completely different story. Because unlike blush, highlight is something that I actually really like to change up. So I have a little more issue with using the same powder highlight every day. But if I can get that one done, I will be happy for the year and not necessarily want to pan another powder highlight. Whatever, okay. Next is this powder, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Powder. Here's what it looked like last month. I did repress it, and now I have to repress it again. Here's what it looks like now. That is so little product, and it is so hard to get to. So I'm gonna have to repress it again, and move it all to the middle again. Because it had more product in it than I realized when I repressed it, because it covered most of the pan. But yeah, hopefully this will be done soon. So next I have my 2 measuring products left. Here is my Urban Decay Perversion Liner, like the last of the measurements, if you were so curious. But first we have, well, not first, next we have this LOC by Tati eye pencil in On Point. I think it's actually on its last legs now, because I don't have my sharpener over here, but I did. This is getting awkward to sharpen. So I don't know how many more sharpenings I'm actually going to be able to get out of this. I would really be happy to get this done. Not because I don't like it, but because it's just taking way longer than I thought it would to use up this little... Because it wasn't that big in the first place. I mean, you could see it right there, I think. I hope so. It's not that big, but it lasts longer than I thought it would. And the other product I have is this Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Primer Stick. Here, I have to be careful with it because it is like a lot of these you know, twist up products do. It is loose from the base. Here is where I'm at. So I thought that I was going to make more progress on this because I've seen a lot of people complain that these like stick primers, they go through really fast. I probably still have about 2 months left on it, just with the usage that I've gotten in the past month. But there is the progress by my finger right there. So it is like a chunk of progress, but it's not like, you know, I finished half of it in a month either. So, you know, it's fine. And finally, the new product that I'm going to add this month is an eye primer. And I don't think I'm going to actually get a lot of usage out of it, but it's an expensive one, so I want to make sure I use it all, or as much as I can, before it completely dries out. This is very old packaging for the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. I tried to finish this in 2016 and 17, but I only got to about, well, I got to here. And I don't know if some of the product has dried up or what, but I mean, I've been using it since I finished my Too Faced one, so I've been using it for like 2 weeks. But right now, it is like right here, and it is a pain in the ass to get out. Like, I have to bend it back and forth to squeeze product out, which tells me that a lot of the product has dried up inside of the tube. So once I can't get any more out by squeezing it, I'm not gonna cut it open. If it was still a little more fresh than it is, I would, because like I said, this is like $22. But, you know, I'm going to get what I can out of it and consider it done. So if this lasts more than the next month, I'll honestly be surprised, just because of the state of the product within. And it still works, and it doesn't like break me out or anything, so I'm not worried about that. It's just I'm not going to be able to get quite all of the product out of it because it is dried out. Because it is super old. Like, my sister gave it to me because it was making her eyelids dry out, and she gave it to me in 2015. I know, that's old. I probably shouldn't even be using it, but like I said, it's not doing anything to me, so I keep using it. But that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!